And all of a sudden it's, yeah, I believe in spirituality. I'm like, oh, really? What do you mean? Because so do I. Yeah, so what I do is I trip out on mushrooms and I connect to the Christ consciousness of the universe. I'm like, yeah, me too. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, this is what my husband and I do. We enter into the transcendent by tripping out on shrooms and we connect to the Christ consciousness that's in all of us. And for the next 2 hours, I had to sit and deconstruct her entire worldview, show her that all of her assumptions about mushrooms, I'm like, no, you're not entering into the transcendent when you trip out on mushrooms. Here's what's happening. There's drugs that are going into the synapses of your brain, and they're making connections and making you think you're experiencing something, but it's just brain activity. She's like, I don't understand what you're saying. I'm like, I know, because you're tripping out too much. And then she's like, yeah, but what about the Christ consciousness that's all inclusive? I'm like, no. There's Jesus, and he's the only way to God. He's the only way to heaven. You need to repent of sin. He's God. He died on a cross for your sin. He rose again, and it's the only way. There's no Christ consciousness in everyone in this plane. There's Jesus is the only way. She's like, you're blowing my mind right now. I'm like, I know, but all I wanted to do was put my earphones in and watch This Is Us. Because it makes me cry. And yet, I felt called in that moment to spend 2 hours trying to get her attention and wave her down from her life, which just is going to go in distraction mode until the day she dies, unless someone cries out. That's the point.